Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll... Get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set up, 15, run, 59.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Check out.
Check out.
They'll run with a North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
From the gun, Brenner. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Can't you, sir? Hey, lock it. Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. This is caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready! 30 base.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Ready!
Now Jones throwing on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Charlie!
2nd and 3. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Set. 60 or.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
5. Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, Brenner. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Go on.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
51, 951. You ain't going nowhere. 2 times. They go.
Off play action. Brenner. He wants it all for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Called that a very strong gain of 24. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 24 is the mic. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 24. Hurry. Take the ball.
Shoot.
Now Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mike, come off the ball, hard. Mike,
Get down.
right there, 55. They want this.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. It's wearing the tight end with it. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Watch out.
Leo.
Back. Switch it.
61, matchbox, lights. Lee Griffin.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
You draw Corker.
That's 57's right. On the ball. Check. First down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Kahale Waring there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
They'll try and throw for it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2. And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 2nd and 1. They'll rifle this one deep right side, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football, if indeed that's the plan of attack.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Jones now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 24 is the mic. Hey. 24 is the mic.
Ready?
The final shot before break. Jones. Didn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, Alpha, look at me. Zipper.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Now.
2nd and 2. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
10 Lobo. Hey, exit. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, G.
To throw on second down. Brenner. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Brenner. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Jones now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second down now, it's Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
70, Indy.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check 55 to Mike. In your face. Switch.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch twitch.
Get it.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
58, Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like
just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. All day, pump. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Watch the run.
Hey.
58, boys, 58.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the curl. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming.
Jones operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
61, match box, right. Hey, box drop.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
I'm going to run you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brenner, he sets to fire. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Jones, off the play fake. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The throw over the middle, taken in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 41-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
24 is the mic. It's our field. It's our field.
You draw quarters.
24 is the mic. Here we go, G.
Off play action. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Topper! Get it!
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Watch the air.
Go! Hard!
36.
They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo. Yo, let's go.
To throw again. Brenner. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Looking to throw. Brenner throwing right, and that's complete. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the...
I got 2, 6-6, pull it high.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Mike 30.
To throw on second down. Brenner. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Brenner. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though? In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
60 yours.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Christian, travel. Yo, 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 go, go.
24 is the mic. Watch the...
You're out.
Kill, kill, kill.
5.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber, get it.
Looking to throw. Jones. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Go, go.
At the 6-yard line.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Hey, high 7. 2.
Back to throw. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. No luck going for 2 last time, so they'll just kick the extra point here. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Brenner. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
50, play. Hey, exit. 5.
Operating from the gun, Brenner. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Jones, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Throwing on first down. Brenner. Going to throw right side here. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Back to throw. Brenner. He'll let it. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 30-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen,